Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be drawing my OCs, and ARRTX was kind enough to send me their products to try out. So we're going to be trying out these acrylic markers. You can see that right there. We're going to be trying out these acrylic markers and using them to draw my OCs. So I'm just going to get started with a sketch here. Hi everyone, it's voiceover time. I hope you're all having a great new year. I am having a more productive new year than I guess my December was. I was with my family, spending the holidays, and but this year I'm deciding to become more scholarly. I got a bunch of books. I'm gonna read a lot more books this year. I'm gonna draw a lot this year. I was feeling very, very uninspired after finishing my 25th sketchbook, and I actually gave up on the sketchbook that I was working on because it was just too big and bulky and uncomfortable to work in. But I still want to make a tour out of it. It's unfinished, but there's still some drawings in it that would be fun to show. But yeah, I'm just trying to regain that passion that I had for like character design and drawing and all that stuff. I'm gonna do some more of that this year. But as for the character, if some of you might recognize this is my character Bennet, but I drew him as a rabbit because I thought it would be fun. I think this started out as just like a random rabbit, but then I was like, I think this kind of looks like Bennet. And so you can see here me turning him into Bennet, you know, a frown and his goggles. But as for the products, I was so excited that ARRTX sent me some markers. I was really excited to try them out. It arrived before the holidays, and so it was just sitting in my room, and I was so excited to use them. So today was that time. But yeah, here I am about to start using the markers. I gotta say, these are some of the best paint markers that I have used. I mean, I haven't tried out a lot, but it was very smooth. The only thing that I had a problem with was that the ink wasn't flowing, but then I realized that I just read the instructions wrong and I was supposed to shake it first. But yeah, I think I show it later, but the top that you can see there, the cap of it, you're supposed to like squish it, and so I was squishing it and nothing was happening, and then I read the instructions and I was like, oh, you're supposed to shake it. Whoopsie. Whoopsie, guys, sometimes I can make mistakes, that's all right. But yeah, like super smooth, and I was so excited that the red was so vibrant because red is my favorite color of literally all time. I say that as if green wasn't my favorite color last year, but guys, I'm so passionate about red being my favorite color. And on the side there are all the markers that I had started, that's a weird way of saying it, but you guys get what I mean. But yeah, the set that they gave me came with 24 different soft tip paint markers, and they were just so fun to work with. Oh, and another thing that I really liked about them is that they are quick dry, and I don't know if, I know I could never work with oil paints, I'm way too impatient, but the quick dry was really nice because sometimes I'll be working with slow dry markers and then I'll like accidentally put my hand on it, or put my hand on the painting and just absolutely ruin it, so it was nice to not ruin it this time. But yeah, I think that designing Bennet as like a rabbit, I don't know, I think, aren't rabbits like kind of antisocial creatures? I'm not sure, I've never like interacted really with one, but my character Bennet is kind of a loner. He's part of this story that I created in like freshman year of high school that is like they're like the only OCs that have stuck around for a long time. So for him, it's like a post-apocalyptic world, and with like, I love the trope of like survivor camps and working together in the apocalypse and all that stuff. I love movies like Zombieland? Is that what it's called? Zombieland, Zombie World, Jesse Eisenberg. I love movies like that, Love and Monsters. Last Kid on Earth was one of my favorite books when I was a kid, you know, the Scholastic book before, book fair and stuff. Oh yeah, here's me shaking the marker. So you can see there that it's like a blank tip, but then you just gotta keep pressing there, and then eventually it'll be all fully colored. And there's me painting a swatch. What was I talking about? My characters. Okay, so Bennet was a character that I made freshman year. Yeah, it was either freshman year or 8th grade. And he just kind of stuck around, you know? I feel like I had a problem where any OC that I made, I just didn't feel like it was perfect, you know? I would see other people's OCs and them like drawing them all the time and just really wanting that, and Bennet was like the first character that kind of did that for me. He's had these goggles forever, and I was talking to some friends of mine about character design and kind of just like what makes a character stick. And you know, funny story, one of Bennet's, another character in Bennett's story, his name is Donovan, and I've drawn him a lot of times in my sketchbook tours. I remember his character design. I wrote up the archetype that I wanted to have. So, like, I wrote the story and kind of like what I wanted it to be, and then I wrote down kind of like the characters that I wanted to see in that story, like the kind of characters. Like I remember one of them was Jack of all trades, and the angsty rebel, and the know-it-all, and yada yada. And then I kind of just like drew concepts for each character. And Donovan, I remember coming up with his concept and trying to figure out who he was gonna be. And I went to a Trader Joe's with my family, and I just saw this guy in the freezer aisle, and he looked like just perfect. And so he was wearing glasses though. Donovan doesn't wear glasses. But I saw him, and I immediately took out a pen and a receipt that I had in my pocket and drew it. Fun stuff. And I'm almost done with the painting here. So Bennet, I wanted to go for kind of a simpler painting because I tried something complicated, and I am in a major art block right now, so I feel like it didn't turn out well. I didn't like the sketch, and it made me sad, so I decided to redraw this. And here's me painting some butterflies. The post-apocalyptic world that Bennet kind of lives in kind of has like this virus that is infecting a lot of like other living things, like plants and animals, and so the butterflies here are really big because of that. I'm still kind of working out kind of like the threat that exists in his post-apocalyptic world and kind of like what threatens him and his friends on a day-to-day basis, but it's mostly going to be like, I don't know, very, very character driven. I really love writing characters, and it was just really, really fun for me to create all these characters. You can find out more about them in my sketchbook tours. I draw my OCs a lot. Here's me very violently trying to shake the marker. I found that if it's not working, if you just shake it a lot, then it will. But yeah, this painting was real fun, and just real excited to see where these OCs go and kind of what's gonna be the future, you know? What is 2024 Bennet gonna look like? I mean, like, I drew Bennet for the first time in 2022, I think. My sketchbook tour, sketchbook 21, I think. Sketchbook 20, I was drawing a lot of Michael and Griffin. That feels like such a long time ago. I can't believe that it's a new year, you know? But Bennet, I remember drawing him for the first time next to like a Prince Charming drawing from Ever After High. And yeah, he's just kind of stuck around. He used to have these like crazy neck tattoos that like all converged, and honestly, they were really thick. They were really kind of sloppy in my opinion, and I really wanted to, I think it would be fun to like dive back into that and see kind of what tattoos Bennet would have, because when I designed Bennet, I really wanted him to have the vibe of like a 70s rock star. And I'm still kind of trying to figure out how I can have him look a little bit bumpkin-ish, a little bit country-ish, but then also a 70s rock star, because that kind of like androgyny and like glamour is something that I'm still kind of battling with on how it would work in its design, but it is kind of like plot relevant, if you guys get what I mean. And here is me finishing the piece with my signature. I'm still kind of trying to figure out how I'm gonna sign pieces, but here's what I have so far. And there we go, I guess. Thanks for listening to this voiceover. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching all the way to the end, and thank you to ARRTX for sending me these markers. I can't wait to use them in more projects. This project was kind of small, but I was just kind of gaining my footing. I think that my favorite marker is the red one that I used here and here, and it's just really smooth and nice to work with. My shop is open. Finally. I know some of you have been asking when it's gonna open back up again. I just needed to restock on some supplies, but now we're all good and now we're all open. And if you're interested in getting my Campbell Bain sticker, I'm pretty sure it's almost sold out, so get it while you still can. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely day.